Yo, what's up, Sir Dash? And it feels like it's been that long ago since I streamed, and I was like, man, is my stuff even gonna work anymore? Let's see. So I did find out a couple things with streaming at 2K resolution. And that is that when I use the RetroTink for 2K, it does function, but for speedruns, it's not very good. Mainly because the RetroTink can't handle consistent frame rates at 2K. For an RPG or whatever, like I said, it's perfectly fine, but for speedruns, definitely not. So I'm just gonna need to make a couple of tweaks here. I'm still gonna be streaming at 2K, but the initial capture is going to be at 1080p, so the image may be a little stretched. But the upside is when you stream at 2K, it allows you to have a higher bitrate. So that in itself for retro games is really, really good because of how many like different like flashing lights or pixel shifting and whatever there is. So definitely there's still an upside to do the 2K stream thing. But actually, no, everything looks like it's pretty good. Where is my splits? I just had them open. But, yeah, I'm going to be doing some more Mega Man 2 attempts to see if we can finally get that sub 30. Highly dependent on whether or not I start getting frustrated or not. Junkyard Dave's NES Day event is coming up. I've not been selected for Mega Man 2. I've not heard anything back yet. But in the off chance that I am, and I can do this run, then I want to make sure I'm ready to go. I've been better. Work is incredibly stressful right now. Oh, I need to adjust my splits because it's overlapping a little tiny bit there. There we go. Also trying to get into the habit of wearing the MFP hat on stream. I'm gonna see if I can find like one that's a little bit more neutral. Or either that or get some new lights for my streaming area so that way I'm not blinded by them all the time. I'd rather have my kind of like own unique look rather than just borrowing from somebody else, if that makes any sense. Also, what's up, Samurai? Hope you're having a awesome day. I caught you playing some, I'm gonna guess it was Tetris 2, I think, last night? I was kind of just lurking. I've been kind of in and out of a lot of chats when I can. I've been having to put in a nice bit of overtime and learning a completely brand new program, so that's been fun. Monday we go live with it, so that's gonna be... That was regular Tetris? Oh, okay. Oh, that sucks, man. Sir Dash. Hopefully everything is alright. Oh, nice. Well, Mega Man 2 is the only speedrun that I've, like, 100% coherently have ran that uses all very basic strategies. All my other speedruns that I do are kind of like, I try to not look up guides because I find that when you look up guides for speedruns, you either get deterred because there's like some like out and left field kind of strategy you have to do, or like it kind of stifles innovation for learning and finding out new things, like new tricks and everything, if everybody just copies each other. So a lot of my speedruns are very much like I just learned everything on my own kind of thing. Not Mega Man 2. I had a lot of help from the community with this. And I never really had to deal with a regional manager. Closest thing was I had to deal with the franchise owner for Subway when I worked there. One of the regional managers did come in during one of our inspections, and fortunately I was not there for that. I did get to tell off a regional manager of Staples one time as a customer. That was hilarious. See, that's one thing for me, at least, to move my job, is everyone's terrified of, like, managers, directors, VPs, and stuff like that. But I pretty much converse with them just like they're normal, everyday people, and if there's something wrong, I have no trouble telling them they're fucking stupid. And people are like, oh my god, you can't talk to a manager that way, or you can't talk to them that way, they're like a VP. I'm like, I don't fucking care. I was like, if there's a problem going on, I'm gonna tell them about it. I mean, yes, I'll use professional language and everything, but, you know, like, I'm not gonna just lick their boot kind of thing. And if they want to fire me, they can go right ahead. That's kind of my take on it. But I also have a giant safety net of having a permanent, life-lasting disability that if I did lose my job for whatever reason, I have a bit of a safety net, where I guess everybody else doesn't have that luxury. Though it's not much of a safety net. Let's see what I can remember. But, yeah, dealing with upper management can definitely suck. Not off to the best start. So I made some adjustments to my display as well to see if some of the issues that I was having will disappear. I've also taken apart my controller to the best of my ability and cleaned it up. So hopefully that'll help with a couple of things as well. I'm anticipating that, like, my first couple of runs are going to be, like, 32 to 35 minute runs. But we'll see how it goes. Yo, what's up, Strange Panther? Yep, Mega Man 2 is my specialty speedrun. Oh, that was rough. But I actually haven't speedran this game in probably about, what, 5 months? I think it was December was the last time I was doing this, so there's going to be a little bit of rustiness entailed. I still will be doing Suikoden, and that'll most likely be tomorrow. Because I want to make sure that that story is staying fresh in my head. Ah, Sir Dash's fault. See, what I would love to do is, like, my BSX logo, I would like to get, like, printed on a hat or something. That'd be pretty cool. for completed runs, not for record attempts here. So, be prepared to see pause buffering and all that fun stuff. Well, that didn't work. Okay, we'll do a reset here. Something still seems weird. I did adjustments to my... Oh, nope, not that one. Ah! Go back to Mega Man. Stupid TV. Wow, I hit like one button on my remote. I hit one button and like tried to open like 3 apps. Okay, this under game optimizer. Picture. Let's turn game optimizer back on to get the input lag boost on. Ideally, I would actually like to get like a small CRT in here, specifically for doing this, but unfortunately, as it is right now, that ain't happening. Oh, also just an update, the giveaway is still going to be happening. I'll probably start that up the week of May 18th. I can't remember the exact date that, or dates that I actually have put in for time off. And unfortunately, due to legal reasons, I can't charge subscriptions for that giveaway. However, I can charge channel points. So my recommendation is, if you are interested in winning possibly a OG Model 1 Super Nintendo console and or a CIB copy of Legend of Zelda Link to the Past, to probably save some of your channel points. But I will wink wink nod that if you are subscribed, you do gain channel points faster, based on whatever tier you are subscribed under. Which means more entries. Which reminds me, I need to actually get that set up. I think I can set that up in StreamerBot to count ballots, kind of thing. During that week, I'm definitely going to be playing through Mega Man 6 and X2, I think. That'll kind of bridge the gap of the Mega Man games that I've been missing. Well, I haven't done Mega Man 8 either, but that's fine. That would still put me in a position where I can do Mega Man 1 through 7 and then X1, 2, and 3 pretty proficiently. Yo, what's up, Ashton? Thanks for the GLs. don't even know why I'm trying to do that jump. Yeah, well, thanks, Ashton. Very much appreciate that. I'm not back 100% yet, but at least I can do like a couple days here and there. Time will tell how active I can be over the next few weeks. I have to check out and see what your stream streak is at. You gotta be close to 100. Yep. Terrible Fireman stage, obviously, because I died, but we're de-rusting, so it's fine. What game have you been playing recently, Ashton? I haven't seen you on in a while, but also I haven't really been around a lot. Also, just a reminder to everyone that Junkyard Dave's Nest Day event, I think he does it twice a year, maybe once a year, I can't remember, it is coming out. So if you're interested in seeing a full day filled with NES speedruns from awesome streamers, definitely check out his channel, Junkyard_Dave. Oh, nice. Were you like speedrunning X or just like casual play? I have to say, X is definitely my favorite speedrun to date, right after, or, well, probably more. I like it more than the speedrun. I just like the movement in it. I'm not a big fan of having to go for like the magic carpet and stuff, though, honestly. Did you also have that epiphany? I was like, why did I wait so long to play these games? I have Kid... No, wait. Do I have Kid Icarus? I've never done a speedrun in Kid Icarus. I'm trying to remember the name of the other game that I got. Something Dream Master. Little Nemo, that's right. Yeah, Little Nemo. I don't have Kid Icarus, I have Little Nemo. I used to know a guy that speed ran Kid Icarus a lot, but he kind of disappeared off the face of the planet. His name was Chrome Cobra. Kid Nicky. that based off of Little Nicky? Uh-oh. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. Ah, yeah. He got himself in a lot of hot water in the retro community, I think. But I have no idea. Yo, what's up, Scanline? Yeah, I don't know the details. Wow, I am sucking up this water. Come on, get up there. I'm not gonna have enough items to do this all the way, but at least halfway. It's more or less like he started lashing out at people, and he went and became like a full-time Fortnite streamer, and eventually just disappeared. And I have no idea. I don't know what was going on there. Also, I have no idea what Liberating Point is. I've never heard of that one before. These spins suck. But it's all part of de-resting. Well, yeah, that's another thing, too. A lot of people try to cash in on COVID. Because I have actually seen quite a few, especially retro streamers, retro streamers disappear over the last little while. Retro streamers. That sounds dirty. Oh, nice. I have not played a NES RPG yet, which I find very bizarre. I do have a couple. Interesting. Oh, there's also the reality that a lot of the people who are streaming were thinking during COVID that would be a steady source of income. And a lot of people just didn't have the means to keep up with it, right? So they need to go out and get more, what's the word I'm looking for? More consistent sources of income, right? Like streamers like myself and a lot of people in the community that I know that are still active, they're not using this as a form of income, it's a hobby. I mean, there are some people that are lucky enough that they can, you know, get a little bit more or extra money from streaming to, you know, boost their hobby. But it's not like a requirement kind of thing. But a lot of people kind of jumped at the fact that they saw people like XQC and stuff going in and making like millions of dollars, and like, oh, well, I can do that. Oh, that is a bad placement. Well, at least my placements in Heatman are still pretty okay. Definitely gonna have to make a mad jump for it, though. After here, I'm pretty sure I do not have enough ticks. I actually did have enough ticks. Interesting. Barely. Yeah, I'm pretty much the same way. That and the VTubers have kind of taken over everything. I don't know about you guys, but I get it's their like persona and stuff, but at the same time, I get sick and tired of logging into Twitch and the front page person is just some big booby airhead just jiggling around all over the place. It's just kind of like meh. It's really just not interesting. As far as I'm concerned, Twitch should have it set up so that in your settings, you should be able to pick categories that you're interested in, and there should be different front pages based on what criteria you select as being interested in. So if you are interested in retro, when you log into Twitch the first time, it will give you like a retro front page. If you're interested in VTubers, you'll get your VTuber. If you're interested in sports, you'll get your sports. It's like, cater to your audience, please. No, I've actually had it said, or I actually had it happen where I put down not interesting or not interested. And, it showed me more of it. And I'm like, really? Bad things are happening. Oh, whatever. Oh, this is very unfortunate. Womp womp. Okay, let's try that again. Bad things indeed happen. Having to relearn this stuff is bizarre to me. I swear to God, I've never played this game before. Get good, be a man. Shouldn't it be a man, get good? Okay, that placement's fine. Like, Twitch can recover. It just needs to want to recover. But the thing is Amazon doesn't give a shit. And they're having enough trouble with investors as it is right now. I think Twitch is the least of the worries. It's one of those things too, like, you never know when retro is gonna take off, because all it takes is one influencer of substantial following to pick up a controller and start playing, and then all of a sudden it just explodes out of nowhere. But once again, I do this because I just like playing retro games. No, that's not good. Yeah, we're just gonna play this safe. Yeah. The second that you start, I find anyways, the second that you start thinking, hang on. The second that you start thinking on Twitch that you need to be making money, and the second that you start getting frustrated because you're not making said money, is when it stops becoming fun. And people realize very quickly when you're not having fun with your stream. And then you know, it's just a downhill fight from there. Ah, you jinxed it. Oh, right, I forgot I need to get this bump. It's Ashton's fault. I'm a professional streamer. Let's respect my forte. I mean, it is true. Their messages are so much easier to read when money is attached. I mean, that's just a fact. Not for me, but for other people it is. I mean, I hear every message that you guys type, so, and try to respond accordingly. Sometimes it can get overwhelming, but I did find out that I can actually queue up your messages. You can be a professional idiot. Ah, no, get up there. Right? Exactly. I'm with you on that one, Scamline. There's hell no way that I'm gonna get back the money that I ever put into this game. This channel. At this point, it's like unrealistic, but come on, man. Get up there. What a bizarre Wiley section. What was I saying? Words? I'm not, I can't go, like, fully autonomous in this game yet. Don't ban that guy. that guy. Please. Did you guys get that guy, or did Automod get to him first? Hoping Automod got them. Awesome. Fucking U-bots. They've been, like, 100%, like, absolutely terrible. I've seen it in multiple channels now. The view-bots, advertising, and people using them. I suspect that Twitch is probably going to do another site-wide ban again very soon. Usually in the summertime they do. They're gonna have to, because it's getting out of control again. Just doing some rust right now. Comparatively speaking, the runs are terrible, but it's kind of expected after not running this for like 4 or 5 months. I didn't do any like EverDrive practice beforehand either, so I'm basically going in raw. How did Bloodlines go after Scan? I caught like the first little bit of it, and then I fucking passed out in my chair. I've been doing nothing but like sleeping when I get home from work. Nice. Also, if the auto shoutout didn't get him, can we get a scan line or a shoutout for, well, Scanline Ninja and all the other streamer bros in chat? Ashton, Sirdash, well, lots of people. Little piss water. Yeah. See if I can still do this. My mash has gone downhill. I'm too spoiled by the SNES controller now. If I can get under 35, I think I'll be happy. I think sleeping is like my favorite pastime. What? How am I didn't get the bomb? I think that's part of being an adult, is that we just don't sleep anymore. Oh, I ended up with a bunch of extra item 3. So that's pretty cool. my god, I still made that jump. That's awesome, Wally 4. I'm shaking with anticipation to see how bad the fight is gonna go. Oh, game, don't do this to me. Also, thanks for, damn it. Congrats on the follow, Strange Panther. Also, other than the lack of the damage transfer, that was actually a pretty sick, Wally stage. What? Oh, that sucked. I just screwed that up big time. Crap. Ooh. I forgot my refights. Hi, Metal Man. Bye, Metal Man. No. And onwards to Wily 6. So how long have you been streaming for, Strange Panther? Chirp, chirp. You might have said it and I might have missed it. Well, you know, Wily stages. I can't remember how to do this. Let's see. Muscle memory, don't fail me now. Yay, muscle memory! Holy crap. Yeah, I've only been streaming for a little over 2.5, I think. $33.23 with 3 deaths. Thanks to the GG's, Ashton. Thanks to the GG, Strange Panther. Ooh, I thought my computer just crashed. And thanks for the GG scan line. Now that we got a couple more people in here, so Mega Man 2 is going to be my regular speed run again for a little while at least. When I am on, I still will be doing my RPG days. Most likely they will be on Sundays, and depending on how hooked I am on the story. So we'll be back to doing Suikoden 1 tomorrow. There you go. Now you got another follow. Are you streaming tonight, Scan? Or are you off today? I know your regular schedule normally had you streaming over the weekends, but... have you had a chance to fool around with your Saturn yet? Yeah, my schedule is fucked too. It's due? What game have you tried on it? Or what games came with it, if any? If you lived in Canada, I would mail you my Resident Evil so you could play it. I love Daytona. My brother used to get pissed off with me because I put it into endurance mode, which is like 80 laps. And he was like, God damn it, I want to play. I was like, can't, I'm on lap 41. So we got Daytona, Virtua Fighter, and Virtua Cop. All the not for resale sleeve copies, because these are the ones that came with the Sega Saturn bundle. But yeah, Daytona is definitely one of the better ones. Virtua Fighter I enjoy a lot too, but I find it's really slow. And I won't bore you with taking out my my big box copies of games. But it's like Metal Slug or something. Street Fighter Alpha 2, which I really do need to play on stream at some point. Also, well, Resident Evil. And what's the other one? Fuck. Yeah, Panzer Dragoon. I still need to get Panzer Dragoon as Y. But I love Panzer Dragoon. I will say, Scan, even though it's a the original Panzer Dragoon is really fun and really cool, the Switch version is better. I hate to say it. The Saturn version has a lot of breaks and actions in order to kind of like get through the levels. There's a lot of like, oh, you're coming out of a cave, load screen. Now you're going into a desert, load screen. But the Switch version actually removes it all, so there's no load screens in between. I was trying to figure out why it seemed like the Switch version was like way faster than the Saturn version, but that's exactly what the reasoning is because the Saturn version has like 3 or 4 load screens per level, which you don't have to deal with on the Switch. I mean, for like the $10 it costs, it's definitely worth it. But also, you need to get yourself another Switch. I've never played the Legend of Mana and Secret of Mana games. I've been, bit by bit, trying to go through a lot of the non-Final Fantasy kind of RPGs. That's all I am going through Suikoden now. I may do Breath of Fire after Suikoden if I can manage to figure out how to get the text to read properly. Breath of Fire 3 is no problem. Breath of Fire 4, however, yeah, that one has a little bit more of an issue with my screen reader. But I kind of want to get the Xenoblade series as well in Xenosaga. Fucking, I'd want all the RPGs. That's what I want. All of the RPGs. I came this close to pulling the trigger on Albert Odyssey. But after like getting Mega Man Legends 1 and 2, then Symphony of the Night, and the 2 Breath of Fire games, I could not justify going and spending $500 on Albert Odyssey. Maybe on my next income tax return or something, I'll get it. The game does look pretty sick, though, I will say. It looks better than Grandia, anyways. Castlevania Symphony of the Night is my all-time favorite game of, well, yeah, all times. And earlier this year, I achieved my goal and dream of owning a Black Label copy of it. Yes, it has been way too long. I'm very glad that I managed to jump into a pit. Very glad that I managed to have enough energy to stream today. I haven't had like the energy to basically do anything lately. Work has just been all-consuming to the point where I have barely enough energy to even eat when I got home from work, and then I just go to bed. Then I'd wake up for like an hour or two and pop into somebody's channel for a little bit, and then go back to sleep again. Thanks for that follow. Just a reminder that all, apart from the Dancing Gur, All followers are supposed to be kept anonymous. I'm assuming that my bot stopped posting people's names, because it should have. Because some people just want to lurk. But yeah, I try to make it a point to, like, still poke my nose into people's channels, like RLs and Grumpy Dads and Scamlines and Sardashes. Most of the time I end up just lurking while I was eating and watching Twitch on my TV. FYI, the Twitch app built into the LG TVs is really bad. Like, maybe the newer ones it's fine, but man, LG TVs do not, or WebOS does not navigate apps good at all. It's pretty terrible. I miss having my PS5 in my living room. I was also playing around with my CRT again yesterday. It's the first time I actually finished a game on my CRT. I went through all of Mega Man X. I will say, man, I am way too that CRT like spoils you too much. Man, chatting with people is like my favorite part of streaming. Like, even more so than playing the game. Like, I don't even care if I play the game, like, completely terribly or not. I mean, obviously, yes, I do want to play it to the best of my ability, but just having people to chat with and everything is more than enough to make it worthwhile to me. What? Yeah. Cat does help make the runs go faster. Also makes shit like that way less annoying. There. Frick, retribution. I need to de-rust across all levels and everything, so I figure just doing no reset runs is the best way to go about this right now. Let my hands remember what needs to be done. I do need to get some more emotes done up for the channel. Damn it. What can I say? Mega Man just was getting drilled, apparently. There we go. Oh, that's not good. Ugh. This sucks. I'm getting a hint of deja vu here. Do it the right way. This brings back memories of me like learning to speedrun before I got the EverDrive. Maybe I will reset. That's fine. I will say that definitely I enjoy X as my primary speedrun over 2, but at the same time, I'll always have a spot in my heart for Mega Man 2. Maybe I should have reset my splits. I have seen that Mega Man in general as a category has gotten a lot of traction lately, though. I don't really know why, but I know Mega Man X ended up getting a lot of attention over the last couple of weeks. I can understand X2 with the new trick and everything being discovered a month ago or whatnot, but I'm pretty sure somebody's already used the crap out of that and got a new world record. Guy with a shopping cart. But yeah, playing on the CRT definitely spoiled me pretty hard from even on an OLED. There is still a noticeable difference. Whether or not it's the OLED's fault or if it's the RetroTink's fault, I'm not 100% sure. I think it might be the upscaler. Oh, ads. I need to actually set up my bot to announce to me when ads are playing, so that way I'm not talking or doing much while they're going on again. Missed my shot because my nose itched. Made it. Yay, didn't have the buffer. Progress. That energy pickup really screwed me up there. I don't mind ads as long as they're entertaining. That's why I kind of missed the ads from the Nani's. Like, Nani's ads were completely insane. And they weren't trying, like, way too hard to be completely politically correct. In fact, they were going out of the way to not be politically correct. Like, if you told me, do you remember that ad from, like, the 2010s that did this thing? I'll be like, no. But they were like, do you remember that ad from, like, the early, like, 1990s about a stewardess screaming in a person's face saying, Sega! I'll be like, yeah, I remember that. That's fucking hilarious. Right? In Canada, it was even better because we had the anti-drug PSA shit that was going on back in like the 80s and 90s, and some of that stuff was just really freaking bad that it was funny. Now you know, G.I. Joe. Dude, I'm not even in the States, and I still remember the mailing address for the crime dog. McGruff, Chicago, Illinois, 60652. I wonder if that actually still exists. It can't, right? Okay, back here again. Right? McGruff was fighting more crime than ice. See, to me, like, things like McGruff the Crime Dog was preventative crime, whereas now everything has gone super reactive. And I don't just mean for crime either, for everything. People are more reactive now than they are proactive, which, to me, is a huge problem. And the fact that I've heard the phrase coined so many times, it's easier to ask for forgiveness than it is to ask for approval, is kind of alarming. God, my nose keeps on itching and it won't go away. Oh yeah, 100%. I'm gonna screw this up to get this in the spot. Oh no, we're good. But yeah, 100%. You can definitely see where reactionary methods to things have actually happened versus preventative, and it's not a good thing. See, I don't fully believe that the world is a darker, more dangerous place than 5 years ago. I just think that we're more aware of it. With the way technology and everything is now, everyone knows everything that's going on. And because of people knowing more, it makes the world seem like a darker place. When in reality, the world was always a dark place. This is true. I mean, where I live too, life is not too bad. I feel like that was on cue. Like, I said that, and then, yeah. It's like, life not too bad, hey, here's a spike. Yeah, what's up, Quinoa? Welcome on in. All I can say is, Mega Man, why even bother wearing a helmet? If you're gonna die like that! Come on! Seriously, what is the point? New theory, Mega Man's helmet is just made out of paper or butter. Apparently. What? Did they really remix the music in Mega Man 2 to sound like SpongeBob? That's actually kind of funny. Well, I was doing good up until Bubble Man. You won't be able to post any links in chat. You'll get auto-modded out. But if you want to join the Discord, you can put the link in there. Sorry, I was just too busy thinking about, links are turned off right now. If there's a mod in chat that is comfortable with doing it, if you do !% permit, it'll allow a person to post links for a short period of time. I don't know if you can do that for, like, as a mod, if you can do the permit command for yourself. But yeah, you just do permit and then the person's username. exclamation mark permit and then the person's username. Well, at least I got a good heat pattern. We're on track for another, like, 33-minute run, though. See, I have a theory when it comes to streams and speedruns in general. I think that a lot of the people, or for a lot of the people, the music that they hear is even more important than the gameplay that's happening on the screen. That the background noise of just having the music is mainly what people enjoy in streams, other than the streamer themselves or the conversation that's being had. That's my theory. And I say that because most of the time when I'm watching a stream, I'm usually in another room doing something else. Yeah. Yeah, Ancient Slayer didn't permit that command, but forgot to put your username in. I got it set up right now. If you post a link, you only get like a couple of second timeout instead of a full-on ban. I don't know if you can use the... I don't know if you can do it with the @ sign or not. Though the bot will say if it works or not anyways. That was dumber. This run was like ultra dead. I was wondering if I was gonna have enough items to make it. Yeah. I might throw in my EverDrive just to do a couple de-rust things. That's like a full minute and a half or 2 minutes of time lost right there. made some, or I grilled some ham earlier. I wish I had more. There we go. Throw some shrimp on the Barbie.
Oh my.
God damn it, Decay! That was a blind rage. Oh, there it is. Oh, Vegeta. What? Okay, why are my ladder bumps not working? Okay, whatever. Womp womp. Okay, climb of shame time, guys. Doing these things in non-speedrun way is weird. What are you talking about, man? Microsoft Paint didn't even exist back. Well, I guess technically it did. No, it might not have. Boomer games. Oh man, so bad. Don't even get to listen to the boss music. Hey, I was 1 year old when this game was made. See, I'm a firm believer that graphics mean nothing, and that's not just because I'm blind as fuck. If the gameplay is good enough, the graphics don't matter. Because there are games out there that have phenomenal graphics that play like freaking a bag of dog shit that's lit on fire. love how you immediately went to Fortnite. I'll play Ultima Online any day over Fortnite, honestly. What? Oh, that's right. I have no idea what you're talking about. Dumb old shit being expensive. It's used, it's all cheap and free, right? I am so grateful that people still give away CRTs pretty frequently around here. Oh, for me, this is completely worth it. Every penny that I spend on, like, original hardware stuff, 100% worth it. It's like one of those few things that you can do for entertainment that doesn't depreciate in value. Right? Like, my retro collection is my nest egg. Not to bring the mood down or anything, but most people here know already that my eye condition is degenerative. Eventually, it'll get to a point where I will go completely blind. And that could be tomorrow, that could be, like, that could be a few years from now, God only knows. But the whole reason why I got into retro gaming, other than the fact that I love it, is that it provides me with a little bit of a nest egg to be able to pay some bills and stuff off for when I do eventually lose my eyesight. Plus, it's safer than the stock market. Oh yeah, of course. Woo! Well, like, being able to give the opportunity to people who can't afford to see this stuff in its original setting as well, right? Like, it's not the best way to do it. I kind of prefer the way that Scanline does it, because you kind of get to see, like, the whole CRT and the actual, like, scan lines and the fuzziness and the, like, optical illusions, like, making things look way better than they actually are. But it's not, like, some kind of emulated slop. Though, mind you, from your guys' side, you're probably not going to see much of a difference between this and emulation anyways. And emulation is, like, perfectly fine, so that everyone can play your backups and not have to, like, ruin, like, your authentic hardware that costs a fortune. Hence, backups. Until I actually started playing on original hardware myself, I never realized that there was such a stark difference between emulation and OG hardware. It is what it is. Like, my eyesight has been declining since I was 4 years old. It's kind of one of those things that I'm, for the most part, mentally prepared for. But if there's any way, or if I can find any way to continue playing certain types of games after that happens, then I will, obviously. But if I can't, then at least I can put what I have to good use, right? Now my ladder bumps are working. No extra item 3 this time, though. And for anybody that's new that is curious about it, the name of my eye disease... is called end-stage eye disorder. What am I doing? What am I doing? Right. And the actual technical term is called physis bulbi. Or bulbi? I don't know. I always get the pronunciation of that wrong. I recommend if you don't have a strong stomach or constitution, don't look it up. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough health to do damage transfer. Yay! We got it! Yay for D-Rust. D-Rust, Boo Beam. I still have like a massive gold here that I need to get. Also, thanks for the GGs. Nice. This is actually almost a god, Lolly 5. But I'm doing everything in my power to screw it up. But, I mean, overall, that was still a pretty okay Bloody 5. Definitely could have been better. best music in the game. Ooh, that's really not good. That was scary. Not do that one again. Yeah, that Wily 5 was 4 seconds off of being gold. That's insane. But this run was way worse than the last one. Ick. Yo, thanks for the GG's Engine Slayer. Thank you for the GG Strange Panther. I will say that speedrunning NES games is a lot more difficult than, well, not that it's a lot more difficult, but it's harder on my thumb. The jagged, like, NES brick freaking sucks. I really, really, really want to get, like, one of those custom build NES controllers that actually has, like, the softer buttons and mechanical switches and stuff, but I cannot justify paying, like, 400 Canadian dollars for a NES brick. I'm sorry, that's too much. I'd sooner, like, take the time to solder, or learn to solder, and just order switches to do it myself, or, like, commission somebody local to do it. I can't play with my thumbs. If I play with my, like, my right hand thumb, what happens if I push down too hard, my thumb will actually lock. And it sucks. I would have to keep my thumb in a perpetually bent position in order to do anything with it. That, I mean, is a NES controller. These were meant for children's hands, not for adult hands. So what do you guys think? Should I keep on doing the no reset runs, or should I pop in the EverDrive and do a little bit of practice for some sections? Maybe cleaning up the run a little bit. Because right now I'm still like 4.5 minutes behind my average time. Okay, regardless of the answer, I'm going to take a quick little break to just run out and use the bathroom and everything. I'll throw on the Be Right Back screen, and yeah, I will be right back. Yeah, well, thanks for the late GGs.
One champion of good, one pawn of evil. It's Sonic and Knuckles. Not only is it the greatest Sonic game ever, it also comes with lock-on technology. Plug in Sonic 2 and use Knuckles to play in a whole new way. Plug in Sonic 3 for 34 megs of power, new worlds, and surprise endings. Sonic and Knuckles with lock-on technology, only on Sega Genesis. Sonic and Knuckles, other game cartridges, and Sega Genesis, each sold separately.
Where do we start?
How about his knee?
That's his face. If that's his face, what's this?
Fighting Vipers in the Viper Theater. Fighting Vipers, the ultimate fighting game, only on Sega Saturn.
Beyond the edge of reality lies a story of ultimate conquest, a story of war and friendship, a story of a love that can never be, and a hatred that always was. And now, the most anticipated epic adventure of the year will never come to a theater near you. Final Fantasy VII.
PlayStation.
Did you see the latest Nintendo newsletter?
Whoa, nice graphics. I'd like to get my hands on that game.
You mean you haven't played it yet? We can play it on my Nintendo Entertainment System. It's The Legend of Zelda, and it's really rad. Those creatures from Ganon are pretty bad. Octoroks, Tektites, Levers, too. But with your help, our hero pulls through. Yeah, go Link, yeah, get Zelda.
Awesome.
Intense.
The Nintendo Entertainment System. Your parents help you hook it up. The Legend of Zelda sold separately.
Before Nintendo came out with Super Metroid, we wanted to make sure it was the most intense Metroid battle ever. So we thought we'd see how Killer here would fare against it. Ready, boys? That's 24 megs worth of weapons, worlds, and weirdos old Killer's up against. Nintendo's biggest game ever. He's a big boy. He can handle it. Well, let's see how he did. Ship it! Super Metroid, only on the Super NES.
あのアクションゲームで大好評のロックマン X シリーズがついに32ビット機に登場。ロックマン X3 定評の爽快感あるアクションに今度はなんとアニメーションがドッキング。さらにリアルに、そして臨場感のあるアクションがプレイヤーを魅了する。 X を強化するパワーアップパーツや登場マシーンガイドアーマーの進化、そして X の親友でプレイヤーキャラとして人気の高いゼロの登場。好評のシステムはそのままに全てをパワーアップしたロックマン X3。
あのロックマンが帰ってきた。まだまだ懲りないドクター・ワイリーの野望。グレードアップした8ステージの強敵ロボット、面白さ2倍。究極の痛快アクションゲーム、ロックマン2、ドクター・ワイリーの謎。
There we go. Okay, let's do a couple little section practices, and then we'll get back to doing the runs again. This shouldn't take very long. So my Flashman stage, except for the very beginning, is still pretty okay. Okay, that's fine. That's also fine. Though ideally I wouldn't do that. Getting the drop is kind of a bit weird. Yeah, whatever, that's fine. I'm fine with the boss. Oh. It would take me legitimately, like, hours to pull off what I just did again. Those tiptoes are not as easy as they look. Not even what I wanted to do. There is everything as long as you have an AI video generator for everything. Something that I've learned over the last little bit, especially scrolling through YouTube Shorts and seeing absolutely stupid and ridiculous AI generated slop. Okay, so Airman is fine. Nope. Fine. I messed that up. The AI bubble is about to pop hard. And the reason why I say that with the utmost confidence is people are starting to realize the major pitfall of AI. And it's probably not what a lot of people thought it was going to be. So the major pitfall of AI that I will share with you guys today is the fact that with AI you can create everything and anything, including AI. Therefore, hang on. So, an AI program, say like ChatGPT or Copilot, has contained within it the knowledge of how to create ChatGPT or Copilot. Also contained within it is the ability to create and capability of creating any software that exists today. So, and I think this is what people or companies like Microsoft and Google are starting to realize, that it's a pretty dangerous thing financially for. Is the fact that, like, a group of people with enough time with Copilot or ChatGPT can actually create a new operating system based off of Windows. And content creators, especially, are starting to realize that these big marketing companies that are laying off people and game studios that are getting rid of people because they're like, oh, well, we can just do your job with AI. Yes and no, because it's just as true that a company can say, oh, we don't need all these artists, we can just use AI to make the images for them. A bunch of artists can get together and say, well, we don't need CEOs and managers, we have AI that can do that for us. But of the two, the artists have the upper hand, because AI cannot create anything that's new. It can only rehash what it already knows. So when you look at it on the bigger scale of things, a group of artists has more power than a group of investors right now, as long as they know how to use that power properly. And it's not going to be much longer till, well, it's already happening, that people are realizing that. Especially in the music industry. A lot of artists end up getting gouged the fuck by record labels, right? So, what am I doing? So when you think about it, if you don't need the record label, then the artist gets to keep 100% of the profits. And if you can train AI to do what a record label does, then yeah. It's easier to replace a bunch of suits that, with AI than it is to replace a bunch of artists with AI. And if you are one of those suits, I do apologize for the possible anxiety I may have just caused. But in the end, a desk job where you're just either contacting people to book arrangements for concerts or whatever, or setting up like a manager or... what's it called? An agent, there we go. An agent to keep you in contact with everything. Like, these are the jobs that are going to be automated before artists and everything are replaced. Because they are the very cut and dry textbook kind of positions, right? Oh, you're talking about a Jabber Talk? There's also a social media platform set up specifically for AIs to talk to each other. And then there's that quote-unquote scary AI called Mythos that apparently hacked its way out of its container. Though apparently a Discord group has already found and replicated Mythos, so... See, AI doesn't scare me. It's people's ignorance that scares me. Why am I messing that up? But within AI has the potential to replace every company and every CEO that created that AI in the first place. And that's why I say the AI bubble is going to pop hard, because investors are going to find out that that is the case. There's no benefit to invest in AI other than innovation, right? There's no money in it. I need to concentrate. I don't want to be here all day. Hand's starting to cramp up. But yeah, AI is definitely a double-edged sword that it's gonna cut the companies that created it more deeply than anybody else. Because what would end up happening is if every single company is like, well, we can replace all of our artists of every scale with AI, then you'll be able to easily identify what is real versus what is AI anyways, because all the AI stuff will start looking the same. Whereas all the human created stuff will not be looking like anything else. Like, even now, when I've played around with doing some AI images, most of the time, if I was like, draw a picture of a man drinking coffee at a table, it'd draw the picture of the man drinking coffee at a table. That was perfectly fine. However, if I then closed it, the prompt, reopened it, and asked it, draw me a picture of a man drinking coffee at a table, it was very likely that it's going to draw almost the exact same picture that it just drew for me a moment ago. And if I go to a different AI engine, it will draw that different picture, but then if I ask it to draw the same prompt again, it's once again going to draw the exact same picture. So all the layoffs that are happening now because of this is ultimately going to bite those companies in the ass. And the companies that are smart enough to realize that that's what they're kind of in for with switching over to a completely AI structured company, and how much you're losing without having like a human touch there, are the companies that are going to crash and burn the hardest. Okay, I think I'm good for air. I just need to actually focus on what I'm doing. Everything of interest requires a human touch for humans to, or for people to retain that interest. Even if they go as far as including, like, hey, PlayStation or Nintendo can now, like, play this game for you, so you don't have to actually play the game anymore. You can watch it like a video. The AI that's going to be playing that game, most likely, it's not even going to really be AI in its truest sense. It's just going to be a script. Kind of just like at the beginning of retro games where you had the intro where you saw people playing the game. That's exactly what it's going to be like. And it's always going to be the same. They're going to take the same route, they're going to talk to the same people, they're going to do the same moves, the same actions, everything is just going to be the same. Maybe with a slight variant here and there. But without that, like, interaction for that, like, say, a content creator like myself has, like, they're not going to be doing commentary like what I'm doing right now during the middle of the game. They're not going to be making mistakes and reacting to those mistakes the same way. And that's what's going to make the difference between somebody running an AI to do stuff for them versus doing it themselves. Like, to me, it's like AI is a really good starting point, especially for creative people that get like writer's block or are having difficulty with like inspiration. But as an actual, like, we're gonna replace everything tool, never gonna happen. It'll happen at first until it doesn't anymore, basically. Too soon. Nope. I need to practice this part. People, I find the people. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, go. I find a lot of the people that are afraid of things like this replacing them are the people that don't have very much confidence in their own ability and their own talents to begin with. Oh, what am I doing? Breathe in that. But it's enough to cause, like, mass hysteria. And that's kind of what's going on in the world right now, is that mass hysteria is being produced. People are scared of AI, they're scared of nuclear war, they're scared of pandemics, they're scared of literally everything. And as long as they're scared and distracted, then the people in power can actually get away with doing whatever the hell they want to do. What am I doing? But this isn't like the 80s and 90s anymore. People are becoming a lot less distracted and more focused on what's going on. It's gonna be a weird kind of dynamic. We're going through like an actual like a shift of awareness. No, I'm not talking about what you see on social media, like democratic, what do you call it? The woke group. I'm not talking about them. That is like the greatest form of misdirection that's ever happened in the state of everything that I've seen anyways. People that are woke are actually just being used as distractions. Whether they realize it or not, I have no fucking clue, but... like, oh, we're woke, we know these things, and we're offended by everything, blah 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 blah. No. Don't even buy into it. I actually remember one of my first... well, I've actually had a number of interesting interactions with quote-unquote woke people. One of them was... they were getting offended on my behalf because of a situation that was going on that was calling attention to my vision impairment. And I'm like, say what? Like, oh, they would be like, oh my god, can't you see this guy is like having trouble seeing, blah blah blah, you should be ashamed, blah 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 blah, and I'm just like, what? I'm like, yeah, that happened, and it was because of my eyesight, but it was also because I was being an idiot. So I will take ownership of the fact that I did something incorrect. Like, I don't need someone fighting on my behalf that I didn't ask for, kind of thing. It kind of did, though. Everything in human history is always seen in hindsight. You never see the effects that something is having or the era that you're in until you're already past it. It's like everybody is like, oh, you know, we're on the borderline of a recession here in Canada. No, we're not on the borderline of a recession. We are actually in a recession in Canada. It's just that no one's going to admit it while we're there because nobody wants to cause any kind of hysteria or anything like that. I imagine it's probably very similar to the US because our economies are way too linked together. I would actually say that, at least in Canada anyways, we're probably closer to a depression than anything else. That should be fine for that one. Bubble Man. Also, I really need to stop these rants. Dragging real world stuff into being where people are probably trying to escape from real world stuff is not exactly the best idea. Mega Man goes to pew pew! That is where I live. And don't be cool. A lot of Canadians are jerks. I call those the ones that moved to the US. Nah. Doesn't matter where you live to in the world, everybody has the potential to be everything. You can be the nicest, kindest person in the world, and living in a war-torn country. You could be the greatest asshole, egomaniacal, sadistic person, and you could be living in Canada, or New Zealand, or the US. Doesn't really matter where you live. Humans are humans, and humans are always going to do what humans... Fuck, why do I keep doing that? Humans are humans, and humans are always going to do what we're going to do. It doesn't matter what our culture is, doesn't matter what our skin is, doesn't matter what anything is. At the end of the day, we are all human beings. We're all just planted in different places on the planet. But the problem is that there's no profit in homogenization. There's profit in identifying and segregating groups. That's where profit is. There's a reason why people say, or that saying that money is the root and cause of all evil. It's because it really is. The second you take money away from people and put everybody on an equal playing field, we're all just human beings. Okay, that should be... I gotta practice the frog jump a little bit. I'm not gonna bother practicing the Wily stages just because they kind of seem like they're pretty under control as is. Oh, I agree with that. But once again, money is like a gun. Just as it has like potential for great harm, it also has potential for great good. It all depends on the people who are using those items. But people are unpredictable. And unless you know, things are done in order to prevent things rather than react to them, then nothing will ever change. But obviously we're not going to go around giving everybody frontal lobotomies or castrating people. That's not going to happen. So it's kind of just one of those things that we do have to just live with it. You know, that's the way it's always going to be. If you remove money today, I believe that would probably actually cause more harm than it would actually help. Because right now, money is the only token of a person's worth and contribution to society that we have to measure. So, if you take money away from people, or from everybody, then you had to go follow the problem, or solve the problem of motivation. If people aren't motivated to do anything, they're just not going to do anything. But I mean, you look like back in, like, way back in the day before currency. I mean, you basically be like, hey, well, I need to eat, and I'm really good at hunting, so I will go and hunt for food, and I will hunt animals. But this other person is really good at cutting down trees and doing carpentry. So what I will do is I will go hunt while this person creates shelter, and then I will bring food and clothing to the person who is creating the shelter. And because they're both necessities of survival, they're both looked at as equally as important. Now it's like, okay, well, I'm a hunter, and you're a carpenter building a house. My value is now less than yours because that is the way that... Yeah, anyways. Yeah. Let's see. Next up is... No, Bubble Man is fine now. I think Heat Man I was doing pretty decent with. I said that Heat Man was good, but I'm gonna have to get this up to snuff before that event comes around. Even if I don't get into the Nest Day event, I want to keep my eyes open for like more Mega Man 2-esque kind of events to try to participate in it. So Crash is like... Oh no, would I need a Crash is bad. Okay, this one. Okay, well that was fine. Damn it. I can never despawn for... Not consistently, anyways. That was weird. Bot game? There we go. Must have the... What am I doing? I ordered some new ear cups for my headset. Hopefully they're better than the ones I was using. I think they were like called Wicked Cushions or something. Ah, okay. I think I finally figured out why it was being inconsistent. I was waiting too long, or I was turning around too fast. Nice. Okay, I'll do one more to see if my theory is correct. And whatever. Sure. No, that's wrong. Getting all messed up. Ow. Yo, thanks, man. Thanks for stopping by today. Oh, that sucks. That's how we do that. Okay. Okie dokie. I was told before that you can actually play the NES games without pushing the cartridge down. I've never really tried it. Try it right now. Yeah, you can't. They lied. I mean, you can to a certain amount. I know with the Game Genie, you can get away with it. But you know what? I've never used since I've gotten back into like retro games and stuff like that, like years and years ago. I've never actually used a cheat in any game. Though I am realizing that this is a little bit messed up. Okay, there we go. It is legible again. Alright, where are my glitch? Alright. Sub 30 run right now. Where's that drop would be there? up a burger, sorry. Fry up a burger. I guess you can do that too. I picked up some big bottles of Chipotle barbecue sauce. Oh man, I love spicy barbecue sauce. So good. They got a sauce here at one of the wings restaurants that I go to all the time called Red Baron. I really need to learn how to make that sauce. Like, I could drink that crap out of the bottle. It'd be so good. And now I want wings. Fuck. It's actually a pretty decent airman stage. Will we get a god pattern? Yes, we will. Yay, good airman stage. It's amazing what a little bit of practice can possibly do. And now I'm ahead by almost 2 seconds. And that's what the color green looks like. I should probably put up, I'll do it May the 1st. I was gonna say I need to put up a prompt advertising the giveaway that's gonna be coming up soon. So anybody that's still watching, given the choice between a Super Nintendo console and a CIB copy of Link to the Past, if you were to win one of those things, what would you prefer? honestly, I can't think of any loops that you can die in this game for time loss. Just so many screens I have to go back through. Imagine a reset. I can't take a death on quick man like that. That's too much. Also, I'm kind of hoping to be able to start up like CRT stream days somewhat soon. I've been struggling trying to find something that I can actually put the TV on top of, because the thing weighs like 300 pounds. And I think I may have finally found like a heavy-duty coffee table that might be able to support the weight that doesn't break the bank, because everything else that I'm finding right now is like solid oak or solid maple and costs like upwards to $1,000. And I'm just like, yeah, no, why not spending that much money to just get something to put a TV on. Also, trying to figure out a way to capture it well. Like, the camera that I have is fine for it, but the issue that I'm going to run into is trying to keep it all in frame. Trying to keep 36 inches in frame is not an easy task. It's kind of one of those things that having a smaller CRT is actually better. I'm kind of hoping to see like another Trinitron or something go up on Facebook Marketplace that's a smaller size. I'm seeing lots of ones go up, but a lot of them are CRTs from like the late 80s to early 90s. which I kind of want to stay away from because at best they probably have composite. Late 90s or early 2000s is what I'm looking for. I think the one that I have, it was manufactured in 2003 or 2002 or something. I do wish I knew somebody that worked on CRTs though, locally, because I would really like to get that front board fixed so I can get my additional S-Video channel back. Also, for some reason, my component... Oh. What's the skip button? I think it... Yeah, whatever. I can't remember what the skip button is. Might be 2 or 5 or 8. I don't know. I always forget it. But yeah, not having access to that extra S-Video slot kind of sucks. But the only consoles that I have that would use S-Video right now anyways is my GameCube and 64 and Saturn. And if I really wanted to, I could go get the component thing for the GameCube. It just costs a lot of money. I want to get some more HD Retrovision cables, but it's too much, man. Like, to spend that much money on a cable is a little bit ridiculous. It's like $100 for a cable. That back off. Wow. All kinds of fail. I don't think I need to worry about the splits. Oh yeah, I really don't need to worry about the splits. You know, I'm starting to think that I can't drink Pepsi like I used to anymore. One can, and I'm like loaded to hell. I do need to learn some, like, shorter speed runs, though. I just don't know what one I would pick. But, like, Mega Man 2 is a 30-minute run. Super Metroid is for me, it's a 1 hour, 20-minute run. X3 is about an hour and 20 minutes. X1 is a 51-minute run or 50-minute run for me. Everything that I do is between like an hour and a half to half an hour. Though I don't know very many speedruns that are like well underneath the 30-minute mark that don't require an insane amount of talent to pull off. I thought about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the first one, but I don't know what the runtime is on that one. But then again, it doesn't necessarily have to be a Nintendo game either. I do need to get around to ordering the EverDrive for my other consoles. In particular, the Sega Genesis. Come on, man. Learn how to do like some Sonic the Hedgehog speedruns or something. Chronic the Hedgehog. Then again, with the Genesis collection, I don't even need the Mega Drive to learn a Sonic run. All I need to do is play it on PC first. It's got the rewind function on it anyways. I guess it's the same thing with like NSO in general. Even if you don't have an EverDrive, you can still learn the basics of any speedrun running game that's available on Virtual Console. Alternatively, I could always set up my, I could always point the camera at the OLED. Instead of using a CRT. I wonder how that would work. Probably be exactly the same, actually. Love getting the despawn. So nice. I messed up. That was such a good airman, too. What the eating inputs, gotta love it. What the hell? I somehow just jumped through something that I don't think I've ever been able to jump through before. That was bizarre. I kind of want to go back and take a look at that later. Because I don't think that was the God pattern tornadoes, but I managed to jump through without taking damage. And if that's the case, I need to know how I did that. Because if I wasn't thrown for a loop there, I could have just one-cycled Airman doing that. Which I haven't seen anybody do. Too late there. I may end up making this into a split stream. I just remembered I got some stuff that I need to do. Any more? one's gonna be able to take like 4 hours straight of NES brick right off the bat. I could always learn any percent SMB 3. That's like a 5-minute run. Oh, 12-minute run. Actually, I wouldn't mind learning Ninja Gaiden, but the problem I got with Gaiden is I can't see the lanterns to cut them in Gaiden 1. Maybe 2 or 3 I could manage to pull off. Would like to learn Castlevania 3, but that's another really long speed run. Go give him what? The D-Rust? Yeah. If you come back and I'm not here, or that I've raided out, I might be back on later on. I just remembered that I had some stuff that I had to get done today. If I don't do it today, I have to do it tomorrow, and that's gonna cut into RPG time, which I don't really want to do because when I get into RPGs, I like staying focused. Get a burst in it and all that shit. I'm in trouble. Oh yeah, I'm in big trouble. Oh, that was scary. To say the least. Goal right now is just to get a sub. Well, the best time for it today, which would be a sub 33. Which, saying it out loud, just sounds really sad. Not too bad. Fight could have left a little bit there. The fight could have been a bit better. Oh, that sucked. If I did do a split stream, would you guys like to see more Mega Man 2, or would you prefer me toss in something else? Like Mega Man X, X3, Castlevania Symphony Night, Super Metroid. Tried to blunder my way through CB3. I could also do Castlevania Bloodlines. See if I can manage to get through that game. I'll be doing that on the Nintendo Switch, though. Especially after just realizing that it was on the Nintendo Switch Online thingamajig. Whatchamacallit. Oh no. Mistakes were made. That item 1 section will always be nerve-wracking for me. Mainly just because you don't know what to expect there. You can be as precision as all hell, but... you can have the best precision in the world, but if your controller fails on you, you're boned. I thought for sure. I thought for sure I placed that item too high and I was gonna die. That is Wily 2. Onwards to Pishwater. Yo, thanks for the Ancient Slayer. Very much appreciated. I like the people that are here just for the hangout and the whatever. The shenanigans. I'm all about the shenanigans here. Though I kind of feel like I should be incorporating some more shenanigan-like material into my channel in terms of like sound alerts or little musical thingies. That's why I kind of want to get some more, or some new emotes done up as well. That was a really bad Wily 3. I completely messed that up. I think if I ever get around to doing the house renos that I want to, then I may look at possibly renting a room out to somebody. So I'm not really sure how that's gonna go. I've heard horror stories about people who are landlords. That is going to be quite a while before I have enough money to afford those renovations. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. Okay. I thought for sure I was about to zip. Nice. I didn't think that was gonna work. Overall, that was a pretty dope Wily 4. Oddly enough, the stages that are the harder stages are the ones that I'm crushing. The easier stages are the ones that I'm messing up hard. Go figure. F you, quick man. I messed up Flash, man. Could have been worse. Wee. Ooh, nice. Woo! That was probably the fastest Wily 6 ever that I've done. Oops. Yo, thanks for the GGs. Unfortunately, I did not split fast enough. That was definitely a gold Wily 6 though, but I'll never be able to split fast enough to be able to capture it. Not too bad, 31:30. Not too bad for a day of derusting. How far behind was my Wily 5? I'm kind of curious. 9.8. Yeah, 0.3. So technically that would have been a gold Wily 6 by like 0.1 seconds. But once again, I'm not fortunate enough to be able to auto-split. So this probably, yeah, would have been like a 31-29-ish. Still a long ways off of my usual, but Let's check out my other stages to see how far off I am. 3.4, a minute and 4. You know, that's actually crazy to look at. If I didn't mess up so badly on air and even just got like 4 seconds over my average, this would have been a like a 30-34, which would have been very much within my average. Quick 1.8 behind. Metal was 5 seconds behind. Yep. Bubble was also 5 seconds behind. Heat. That heat fight really screwed me up. Wood was 2 seconds behind. Crash was 8 seconds behind. Wily 1 was 2 seconds behind. Like, my Wily stages are actually fairly strong. Yeah, Wily 4 was only 2.3 seconds behind my goal, which is nuts. So yeah, for the most part, it seems like the derust has worked. I just need to actually have runs going out of air for them to, you know, enough to hit towards the sub 30 goal. See, what would be crazy is if through practicing I'm get back down to like that, like between like a 30-0x time, and then I get like accepted in for like Junkyard Staves thing, and somehow manage to pull off my first ever sub 30 run during a major event. That'd be freaking cool. Yo, thanks for the GG, Samurai. Let me see now. Yo, no problem. Appreciate the lurk. I am going to take a bit of a break there now. I need to throw some laundry in the wash and get some stuff moved around the basement. My family's the errands that I had to do is that my family is getting the tires off on their vehicles, their winter tires off, to get them switched over for their summer tires. So I need to go down and fuck around with 5 stacks of tires. Yay. So I'm going to do that. It's 9 o'clock my time now. I may not be back on, but if I am, I might just do some like casual or speed walking of Super Metroid or Mega Man X or something, just for fun. Or I might come back and do this. Let's see who's online that we can raid on out to. That might be doing some fun retro stuff. Yeah, I'm way on the East Coast. We can raid on... Nah. Is he doing SMZ? I think he is. Okay, let's raid on out the Shindig Pig. Really awesome dude. Specializes in doing Super Metroid Link to the Past randomizers. I think he's doing a new SMZ3 rando right now. Or, sorry, SMZ6? Really cool stream. Really chill dude. Sometimes he messes around with Mario Paint too, which is also interesting. So we'll go show him our support. Like I said, I might be back on in a little bit. If not, I will 100% be on tomorrow. And the plan right now is to be going back into Suikoden 1. So if you're not into the RPG scene, I very much appreciate, or not appreciate it. Whatever. If you don't like it, you don't have to show up. But if you do, I very much appreciate the support. I hope everybody has a great rest of your night if I don't see you later. And yeah, later.